Hey Morgan, are you excited to go skiing?
Yes.
Are you excited, Kaden?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. That was sweet.
My name is Josh. I'm a job coach as well as the prep kitchen manager.
What is the most difficult part of your job?
For me personally, it's balancing putting out a good product and actually operating the kitchen, and also providing meaningful work tasks for the clients.
How would your life be different if you didn't work with people who have disabilities?
Oh wow. It really has changed my life. I'm a lot more patient with people outside of work. I see potential in a lot more people than I did before.
Have you formed close relationships with your clients?
Absolutely. They're like family. A lot of them have my phone number. They call me on the weekends. We go hang out and play basketball and go bowling. Yeah, I've got a lot of really close friends here.
What are some obstacles that come along with your job?
A lot of the clients rely on us as friends and family and mentors. And so a lot of their personal problems they bring to work, and it's their outlet for that. So we're kind of responsible for coaching them not only in the job but in life skills, and just how to manage their own lives and relationships.
Has working here impacted your perspective on individuals with disabilities?
Yes. I had very little experience with that population before this job. And so it just, I don't know, it just opened up my mind a little bit. And you just realize how much they can bring to the table if you just give them a little support, and nurture them.
My name is Jordan Beats. I am the program manager at Ethnography.
So Jordan, what does your job consist of?
So I do all of the billing for all of the clients. I make sure that everyone is happy both at home and at work. I make sure that everybody's being safe, and if they're not being safe, I write incident reports and make sure that their whole team knows what's going on.
How long have you been working with individuals with disabilities?
About 2 years.
What is the greatest benefit you get from your job?
It's the most fulfilling job I've ever had. You go to work and you're helping people every single day. Everybody's lives are so impacted by their jobs here that a lot of times their home lives are really terrible, so the only fun activities they get to do is at work. So you get to be part of the happiness in their life, and it's great.
How does working with individuals with disabilities impact your life outside of work?
Okay, so I've seen people outside of work that I work with disabilities, and it's like a complete life change. You see them and they run up to you and hug you and say hi to you, and it's great to see them actually out in the community doing things. So that's been really awesome, seeing people out in the community that I work with.
What are some things that you do with the clients on a daily basis?
So I personally work with them as far as if they're fighting with somebody at work and they are not getting along with them, they come to me and we sit everybody down and we hash things through. When I was a job coach, I would help them prep food. We would work on sauces together, measuring out skills, and just lots of prep work, a lot of cutting and making sure that they're using knives appropriately. And that's basically it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, no, don't go in that closet. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Since when are you quiet? What do you want to
Give him
pick?
a
Hi, I'm Audrey Polito. I'm a speech therapist with Denver Public Schools. I work on the Child Find team, and I evaluate kids birth to 5 who have suspected disabilities.
Hey, so Betty, if we're gonna play, you gotta use your words too, okay?
Ooh. Spider-Man shoes?
They're puppies.
What are some obstacles that come with your job?
Right now, we're running into the problem of not having enough rooms for kids with an autism diagnosis. They really need a classroom that tailors to their individual needs and how they learn and process information. And right now, we're running into not having enough space for those kids, so we're looking into expanding that.
Oh, you didn't go for the book? What is it?
A truck.
Okay, a truck. What's your name?
Donovan.
How old are you?
5.
You're 5 already? I cannot believe it. What are you learning in Miss Nackroot's class?
He's not here.
She's not here today?
No.
What is the general reaction you get from parents when you tell them their kid qualifies?
We get a lot of different reactions. Sometimes people are very grateful and relieved to get the help, and other times they're confused and not sure what that'll look like in the next several years for their child. So it really depends. We try to help them understand, but it's very overwhelming sometimes for families to hear that.
What happened to Gary and Perry?
Harry's still choking.
Oh, he's choking? Uh-oh, who's that?
Harry.
Who's Harry? Is he in a book? Or is he your friend in class?
A book.
Oh, a
What
book.
is one major benefit you get from your job?
A benefit for me would probably be just empowering families with knowledge and the resources to understand their kid's diagnosis and what that implies for their future in school.
Very good. What's that say?
Donovan.
Good. Whose name is that?
Donovan.
Very good.
How do you think your life would be different if you did not work with special needs kids?
It's helped me be more patient and empathetic. I meet people from all walks of life, so it's really cool to hear their stories, and I just think it definitely promotes that patience with younger kids. So,
Great, thank you.
you're welcome. Awesome Valley.
Hey Morgan, can you say hi to the camera?
Camera. Hi, camera.
My name is Beth Hafner. I have been a speech-language pathologist for the past 30 years. About 18 years ago, I started working for Child Find.
But what exactly is Child Find?
Child Find is a federally funded program, and what it involves is doing assessments, completing assessments of children that are 5 and younger. And I was actually on a birth through 3-year-old team, and we would assess infants and determine if they needed services. What they found is that if you provide early intervention for kids, for children and infants with developmental delays, they tend to progress better and are far more ready for their entrance into kindergarten.
Okay. So over your 30 years of working as being a speech language pathologist, what was your favorite part?
While I was working in Child Find, I had my own children. I had a set of twins, but one of my twins developed differently than her sister, and we were able to quickly see that she needed services. So knowing that Child Find was available, we had her assessed, and she was placed into services immediately as an infant. She received speech-language pathology. She wasn't walking on time, so she received motor services, and she was placed into a classroom right away at 18 months old. I think the early intervention has made it much better for Morgan.
Morgan, what are you watching?
Arfur.
What are you watching?
Arfur.
What else do you like to do on the computer?
I do Caillou.
Caillou's good.
Has being a speech language pathologist helped you with raising a special needs child?
Absolutely. Being able to identify right away that Morgan needed services and getting her into those services was great. But also, when people give me ideas, I can implement them, and I can also provide good strategies for the parents of the children that I evaluate. I think it's been a great experience for me over the years.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Kevin, what are you holding? It's a steering wheel.
French fries. Good. Right. That's left. Now right turn.
My name's Jill Polito, and I'm a volunteer instructor for the National Sports Center for the Disabled in Winter Park.
What are some techniques that work well with special needs kids on the ski slopes?
Well, the most important thing to remember is you want to be safe and you want to have fun, so I try to make it as fun as I can make it, and I don't want them to get tired, so we take lots of breaks. And it's a really good technique is to have 2 or 3 of the skiers ski together, because they kind of compete with each other to try to ski better. Right, Katie? Yeah?
What is the hardest part about being an NSCD volunteer?
Sometimes when I have a student that falls down and I have to get them up, it's sometimes a little difficult. I might need another person to help me do that. Sometimes when you have a student that's nonverbal, you don't know if they're understanding what you're saying, and sometimes you don't know if they're having fun, so that's probably the hardest part of it. We always have fun.
What do you find most rewarding about volunteering for NSCD?
Just being with the kids and seeing them smile and laugh and sit together at lunch, and so excited about skiing when they first get here in the morning.
What made you want to volunteer for NSCD and help individuals with special needs?
Well, I was a special ed teacher, and I have a son with autism.
Ready for some more?
And I coach a special needs soccer team. I bring some of my soccer athletes up here to ski. So I have a lot of experience working with special needs kids.
That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Prior to this project, I hadn't viewed disabilities as a gift to some individuals. And for instance, Jake from the memoir The Spark had a tremendously high IQ, yet lacked these social skills and was diagnosed with autism. I also hadn't realized the extent of the autism spectrum and how you can go from having a very high IQ to lacking social skills to having a very low IQ and not being able to have the necessities to complete everyday tasks. The project really opened up my eyes. I now have a new lens to view society through, and that's something that I'll carry for the rest of my life.
Before this project, I didn't really understand fully what life looked like for individuals with disabilities. It was credible for me to see that there was a successful business out there that provided a place for employment for those individuals. Jack's provides a safe and fun place outside of their home for the clients because a lot of them have very hard lives at home, and so Jack's is a place that they can go just to kind of get away from all that. The most important lesson that I learned from this project is that disabilities are simply just differences, and just because an individual has a disability doesn't mean that they are any less capable of doing things than you and me are, or that they should be treated any differently.
Before this project, I really had no idea how many different disabilities are out there, and I hadn't realized how different they all are. Even though each disability is so different, children are often all put into one classroom. And although there are many helpful programs such as Jack Steamers and NSCD, there still aren't nearly enough out there.
I learned that it is possible for the developmentally delayed to be employed at a successful business, yet there are very few individuals with special needs in the workforce. Businesses with special needs individuals working for more meaningful and stronger relationships than those at a typical business.